when I was here as an undergraduate, by the time I got to about 22 and I was finishing my degree, I couldn't get out of here fast enough. I'd done my time, I wanted to make a bit of money and see the world and so on. But, as you go through life, things change, and I've always had that academic interest, and that really drew me back here to look into those fundamental questions. I'm Peter Burnett. I'm a researcher at the ANU College of Law, and my field is environmental policy and law. I've had a long career, mostly in the public service, and the second half of that career was in the Environment Department, the Federal Environment Department. I just reached a point where I thought it's time for me to make a change, and I think I might be able to have more influence on environmental policy, which had become my passion, from the university rather than from inside the bureaucracy, where I thought I'd sort of done all the things that I could. The title of the thesis was Ecologically Sustainable Development, Success in Principle, Failure in Policy, Still in Prospect. So the conclusion of the research was, great idea, hasn't really been very well implemented though in government policy for various reasons. And so it's still in prospect, it's still there as a good idea, and if it were implemented properly, that would really take us to the right sort of place that we need to go with the environment, because at the moment the environment continues to degrade. We've really got to turn that around. Having completed the PhD, I've recently been appointed as an honorary associate professor in the College of Law, and I'm just delighted about that because it enables me to keep pursuing that question, but having sort of answered it in the theoretical way that I did in the thesis, I'm now looking to return to that issue of, well, how do you actually make it work on the ground? And ultimately I'd like to try and influence government policy. I'd be surprised if you'd have told me all those years ago that I'd be back here. I'd be very surprised, but having come back here, I've been so pleased. I've had a fantastic research experience. I've had terrific supervisors, and I've had a great experience with all aspects of the university. Like the librarians are always helpful. It's just been a positive experience from beginning to end, and it's a beautiful place, and what more could you ask?